Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Pokemart TCG, guys. Back in the house, guys, for another awesome video. What's going on, my dudes, my guys, my girls, my Pokemart family? Alright, guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me get my drink over here. Alrighty. Alright, guys, so welcome back to another awesome video on another one of my motivational speeches, part 2, personal struggles, my own life experience, based on my own life experience here as a content creator, and a lot of things that we go through, guys. You know, struggles are real, guys. And the journey on YouTube here is it's a lonely journal. It's a lonely journey here, guys. Even I got the wife supports me, the kids support me. You know, not financially, but emotionally. You have your family support. Friends, I keep limited, and I keep some farther away than others because I just don't need their influence in my life. You know what I mean? Some friends that are more negative, you want to keep a little bit distance away from you guys, especially when you're trying to, their visions aren't your visions, and their dreams are not your dreams. Everybody's life is their own, and you are the builder of your creation, right? Whatever you are trying to fulfill in life, sometimes it's better kept inside than trying to explain what you're going to do and how you're going to go about things, because when you start telling people your stuff about what you're going to do and how you're going to accomplish it, and everyone has their own opinion on how they're going to get there and why they didn't achieve it and why you're not going to do it, and they can give you this negative thought, and it'll have you second guessing yourself and everything. So a lot of stuff is better that you just keep it to yourself and you work behind the scenes quietly and just do your thing, man. That was in our first episode, your plans, right? So that was a elongated video we talked about, and I went over. If you missed that video, definitely go check that out. If you're thinking about becoming a content creator, there are going to be some things you're going to go through. There's some things that you shouldn't be sharing on social medias, and this is based on my own life experience, and it may be something you may be going through or something that you can avoid, right? So these videos are for edification, all right, to educate you, all right, and hopefully motivate you, all right, and inspire you to do great things, because I truly believe that we are all here to do great things, and a lot of us come to this platform, not just on Pokemon, but just YouTube, TikTok, wherever you're at. We're not here to do toxic things, right? A lot of the things that we are doing, especially if you got a dream, you're trying to build your dream, it's not here to be toxic. But sometimes you just have to work in the quietness, right? Without revealing too much to social media about your personal life and things that you're doing, because it can be very judgmental. It can be traumatic for some if you don't know how to carry yourself, present yourself, or what things you shouldn't be talking about on social medias and what things you shouldn't be sharing. So based on my own life experience, guys, this is coming from my own life experience, because I experienced a lot of stuff in my lifetime that I can share based on these motivational speeches. And this is based on my life as a content creator, based on my own life, based on what I've been through, and how I persevered, how I overcame. All right, and everyone's struggle is different, and not all friends are your best friends. All right, and Not all, even on social media. Like, even your, I know this guy for all my life. He's the best friend I got. But will you trust him with some of your personal information? Will you trust some of your friends? Once you get to know people, are any of those people someone that you would trust to hold $1 million? Just say, would you trust your best friend to, hold me down, man? I got to go to jail. But, I can't, me and the wife separated. I need someplace to put this million. Can I trust that you aren't going to screw this $1 million up? Do you have friends like that you can trust with your life, that hold your life in their hands, the power of your life, because you got them in your life and you gave them information that if other people knew, they could expose you for who you are? Do you have friends like that can expose you, that know information about you, that can expose you? And some of it could be toxic. Some of it could be just stuff that they twist up to make it look like you're bad, right? So be very careful who you give that power to or transfer power to, right? So the second part of the video is personal struggles, guys. Some of you guys can just make notes if you want to take notes. Definitely you can do that. Make notes, but I have these segmented to be for multiple videos. So if you guys missed out on our first topic, we talked about the plan, your plan. Your plan is not everyone else's plan. So, go check out that video. This is part 2, personal struggles. So, everyone has struggles. Life is hard. And as we know, life is harder now because of what's going on. We got all different rumors of wars and wars going on and things going on, hardships, people losing their jobs, companies closing, things going on right now. And that's the truth we cannot avoid, right? So everyone's has struggles, life is hard, and the truth is that we cannot avoid. We face moments when it feels like life is coming down on us, right? We all get that. Sometimes we get that feeling of like everything's coming down on me all at once, like everything, it's one thing after another, like things, and nothing's ever coming good of your life. Like things just the doors keep squeezing. Every time you keep trying to think you're one step ahead, you're 5 steps back. You ever get that feeling, guys, when you said, I remember I had this feeling back when I was in credit card debt and stuff. I had a feeling that life, is going to get better, right? And I paid off credit cards, right? And then all of a sudden went to the mailbox and got another bill. Man, I just paid. I was so friggin' fired up. I said, man, I just took care of all this stuff. Where did this come? You think about what happened and why this is now happening, and now you got no money because you just took care of what you thought you were done, right? And every time you turn around, it's something in the mail, the car breaks down, something else is due, or one of your friends comes, he needs money. Life just seems to get worse and worse for you, and it seems like every time you get around that your hand in life is closing and squeezing your heart tighter and tighter. I've been there, done it, had it happen, so I know. And there just comes moments in life where everything comes down, like it's just some people get to the point where they want to take their life because they don't know where to turn to, who to tell, who to talk to. And everything's coming down at us at once. The days when we can't seem to catch a break and presume, and the pressure presume. The pressure continues to build and weighs on our spirit, our mind, body, and soul, pushing us to the point where we feel like we can't even keep going. That's where I said people get that pure pressure in life. They just lost their job, mortgage is due, they lost a car note, they just got a divorce, they're going through a bad divorce, going through some hardships. They don't know when they're getting their next financial break, you know. A lot of peer pressure from friends. In reality, it's a reality for every person that is walking this earth. I mean, we all catch those days that we have our, what people call the good days and the bad days, the sad times and the good times. You know, people pass away that we loved, loved ones, mom, dad, grandma, and then, you know, when we have those times where we're going on a, you know, a family reunion and you haven't seen such and such for a long time, and it's so good to see that person, and we have fun times and family gatherings and stuff like that, graduations and birthdays and anniversaries and stuff like that, you know. So we have our good days, our bad days, and you know, but it's a reality that every one of us, you know, feels that pressure, guys, and the weight of the earth, the weight of life. But here is the thing: just because you're going through something does not mean you have to put it all on display. You know, sometimes we just continue to put things on display. Hey, I'm going through a divorce. My wife is divorcing me. Just lost my job. Or you just got a raise, whatever, right? We want to put it up on display. We want to tell the world about it so the world can see. And there's strength, guys, is in the quiet, and the strength in handling your struggles with privacy. Not everything that you do or go through needs to be publicized to social medias. See, this goes back to the plan, right? Where we talk about stuff, a lot of stuff. Everybody likes to brag or share everything on social medias, and it can be very toxic. It can be very dangerous, and a lot of people don't want to see it. A lot of people want to see it because you open doors, right? Now, I'm not telling you to hold everything in, so because, you know, that's what some people use these social medias. They like to try to vent out. It's a venting space to, you know, to just get on a channel. Let me get on YouTube. Let me talk to my people, talk to my folks, my family, tell them what's going on. It's like a place where you can chill, right? And you feel at home, where it's like an escape from the reality where you can come here and be yourself and be whoever, right? But then you open up, right? So social media is that gateway for folks to come, right? Where they feel comfortable, like they're behind the camera on their cell phone, behind the camera on their what do you call those, GoPros or wherever, right? And they're voicing out, they're reaching out. It's a source to empty out what you feel inside, right? This is what we do on social media. Sometimes I gotta just get this stuff off my chest, man. This is what I'm going through, you know, like I went through. I was telling you guys my mom passed away. I was telling you I opened up some stuff here on the channel, right? I talked about it, you know, just trying to let you guys know, because I don't want to come on here being all upset, crying and everything, and you guys go, oh, what's going on with Pokemart TC? These guys crying, you know. So, like I said, you know, there's privacy, and you need, you know, there's strength in the quietness of your struggles by doing it in privacy, and you know, some things are meant, you know, not to hold everything bottled up, but some things are it's good to let some things off your chest, but not everything. Some of us talk too much. We tell too much, and it's not good that you do that. Now, holding, you don't try to hold everything inside or try to be some superhero like, oh, look how this guy, he's going through so much, but he looks so strong. Some people can handle things a lot better than some of us, right? Other people just don't know how to, man, dude, I've been through so much. How am I carrying myself? How do I present myself in this? I don't want the world to see me like this, but yet you're on camera and you're here, right? Talking about it. But you're discussing exactly what you're going through. Everyone needs help, and we all need people who got our back, right? We always, you always have that friend of a friend, right? Someone you can always, he's my best friend. I knew him since high school, or we graduated together in 1999, or whatever, right? You got your best friend. You got your go-to, your homie. You can talk to your home. I'm gonna go over to tell your wife going over to Jesse's house because you're gonna tell him what happened. You just got fired from your job, whatever, and you go over there to Jesse's house, start talking to Jesse about what's going on and what you're going to do, and you're going to apply for a Home Depot job, you're going to go on unemployment, just going to chill for a while. You start talking to Jesse, explaining to Jesse what you're going to do. People have other people to go to, right? And you talk to these people that you hope got your back, right? In the times when it's rough for you, that you open up to these people, right? But your personal struggles, the things that truly challenge you at your core, don't need to be public information. Things that are really like some rough patches in your life, that you went to jail, but not everybody that you talk to or that you come in communication or in contact with know you went to jail. Like, if I went to jail, say I went to jail, nobody on YouTube knows that I went to jail, right? But if I make it public information, now everybody knew that Pokemart teaser you went to jail, right? I'm not saying I went to jail, guys. I'm just using it as a port, guys, to let you know that I'm coming to YouTube, but I just exposed part of my life that I went to jail in 1996 for some dumb thing. You just expose that on national social media. It just gives more fuel to the fire, more ammunition for other people to open up stuff on your life, right? To fire at you if they want, right? It opens up portals, and we talked about that in your plans, right? In part 1 of the motivational video speech that I did, right? So, not every battle you fight needs to be shared with everyone, right? Your battle is your battle, right? However you fight it, right? It does not need to be shared with everyone or every person. Definitely doesn't need to be shared on social media. All your hardships, your headaches that you're going through doesn't need to be shared or made public. Now, some of it you may already talked about, like I might have talked about some stuff, right? But not everything needs to be publicized. And a lot of us use YouTube, TikToks, and all these other things, these social media platforms, Facebook, as platforms to vent out. I see a lot of my workers from Walmart, people that don't even work at Walmart no more, they use Facebook Marketplace, not Facebook Marketplace, they use Facebook, social media platform, as a portal to just vent out. I'm going through some hard times, my mom passed, and this happened, and blah, 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 and they spill out a lot of their life. And you gotta, and some of these might have their account like publicized, where everybody can read. Mine is certainly public because I don't have nothing to hide on there, and what I speak is my life here on YouTube, about my channel. Basically, it's about my channel. But what I do with my life, with my wife and stuff, not shared on there on social media. I speak about what I want to let known and stuff that I don't want to be relinquished onto Facebook or YouTube or anywhere else. I don't talk about stuff that I'm okay with. I'll talk about. Well, other things I keep back, guys, because a lot of this stuff can be fuel for the fire, ammunition for people to fire at you and open up stuff on you. And with this new AI, it just gives more ammunition for people to put things together of your broken puzzle, right, in your life, because you're spewing it all out here. And people are picking up. People that want to try to ridicule you or ruin you, right, will pick up some of your broken pieces of your life, put pieces together and make unfactual stuff and notions about you on public media, right? And will say this and say that because you just fueled their flame. You just added propane to their little charcoal barbecue fire they had. And you just gave them more propane to throw on there and keep the fire just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why you don't need to make a lot of the stuff that you guys are making public already. Don't need to be public, guys. And your battle certainly doesn't need to be fought and shared on social media. You're going through a battle? Hey, you're going through cancer or something like that, and you want to share because you're going on there. And you know, there's some things, guys, you just do not share on social media. You got to learn to discern who deserves to know what's really going on with you, because you risk putting yourself in a vulnerable situation. And it criticizes you, or worse, use your weakness when you're down, when you're out, like when my mom passed away. You're at a weakness because in your life, you know, you're depressed. Your mom, you know, family members, you know, even some bad family members can come at you and say, "Hey, your mom is dead, but you know what are you doing with that insurance policy? You know, she left me on there. You know, when are you going to cash that thing out so I can get my 100,000? You know, so some things, guys, doesn't need to be publicized. And they can twist things around. Social media, for sure, definitely twist things around and make things seem to be real to people that are open to believe, and can really turn your life around in a whirlwind and make it worse, and use your weakness against you. You see, people love to talk, and when you share your struggles with someone who really does not understand you, or someone who generally doesn't care about your well-being, it opens up the door for them to twist your story, right? It does. It twists. You tell a story, and someone could take that story, twist it around. Social media, AI, and do all kinds of things, man. Put your head on that person's body, and it wasn't you, but they show you saying, hey, he was at Dee Dee's party. You wasn't even there. But they got your head sitting over there on somebody else's thing wearing a shirt you don't even wear, right? It's not even your shirt. It opens up the door for them to twist your story, guys. They take bits and pieces, little bits and pieces. That's all they need, because as long as you keep running your mouth, talking about this and that, they just write in their book, oh, he said this here, he said that there, and they got these little bits. Adds more fuel. As the fire is dying, they say, oh, you know, we can start it back up, guys. Let's get it. Hey, remember that guy we used to mess with? Let's get back over there, because he's giving us some more charcoal, man. We can just keep burning him up, tearing his bridge down. And that's what happens on social media. You keep adding fuel to the fire, man. Adding fuel. And, you know, those bits and pieces, and it turns them into, those bits and pieces, they turn your story from the bits and pieces you put out there, it turns them into suits something for their own narrative, for their own story. To say, hey, see, I told you this guy was a scammer. See, look over here. This is where he did this. This is where he said that. And they twist the story around for their own narrative. So their story shines, outweighs what the real story was. They got this false narrative over here talking about you on something else that never happened. Before you know it, your personal battle, whatever you're dealing with, becomes the latest topic. And it does. Social media, YouTube, people thrive on the latest topics. What's the next news? What's going on in Pokemon community? What's happening? Oh, this will make a great video. Let's get that out there because it'll get more clicks, more people attention, spam to come and check out that video. What can we talk about? And the more negative it is, the more people will be drawn to it. You know, a lot of people are drawn to negative videos versus positive videos. It's because a lot of people's lives are negative. It's a reality. A lot of people's lives are negative, and people like to see negative. You like to see people down and out, eating from the garbage cans in New York City. You know, people in poverty, people that lost their job, people that had money lost it all because they had a gambling addiction or whatever it might have been. Why you want to see other people when they're down, but when they're up, you want to see them out? Everybody's looking for a topic of conversation who do not have your best interests at heart. They will speculate, gossip, make assumptions about you that have nothing to do with you and who you really are and what you're going through. That's why privacy is key. Keeping your most prized accusations or things in your life that are happening or at core, you keep them to yourself. You don't go publicize this stuff. Not everyone is equipped to understand your journey. And when you share too much with the wrong people, their opinions start to shape how they see yourself. Judgments can creep in onto you because what they said, you start casting your judgment on yourself, say, yeah, they're right. You know, I shouldn't have done this. Shouldn't have even got involved in doing a YouTube channel. Shouldn't even got involved in that new job over there because, you know, he said they were going to do that. You know, this stuff starts creeping in your mind, man. Their thoughts, their what they said starts creeping in your mind. You start second guessing yourself and stuff, making you doubt yourself. And in that space of doubt, when you doubt yourself, you might start to believe in exactly the lies that they built around you, and they built around you from your struggle. Instead of holding on to the truth of who you really are and what you are capable of overcoming, your struggles are personal. They're part of your story, and yes, they do not define you. They are not a measure of your worth and your ability. Just because you're going through does not mean that you are less than. But all too often, when you share your hardships with everyone, people start to, cast opinions and stuff based on what they know. and they start, basing you on that chapter of your life and label you by the lowest moments. And it's not fair how people in YouTube, social medias, how the reality of people, this is the reality of how people work. This is the reality. I mean, there's a lot of people that are out there, good people, right? But there's some people out here that they're up to no good, and they can seep into your chat as a friend. Just stay in here and stay creeping. Some of you, they stay in the chat, right? And say, all right, I'm going to wait for the right moment when this guy's guard is fully down. And when he can't throw no more punches, I'm going to attack. And I'm going to get him at his weakest moment. And that's when we're going to get in. And that's when he's going to be vulnerable. And we're going to attack. And we're going to dwindle this guy down. And this is how it works. That's exactly how it works, guys. Because you continue to open up these doors, firing on all cylinders, talking about everything. And these doors just continue to get wide open. And all they do is they see a fraction of your whole book. All this is a fraction. And that's why it's so important to guard your struggles. Guard them. Not everyone needs to know your hardships. Not everybody needs to know what you're going through in life. Not everyone on social media, especially on social media, does not need to know what is going on with you. You don't have to make your battle anyone else's other than your own. We're so easy to look to someone to seek guidance and sometimes attention. And you don't have to make your battle everyone else's business unless they earn the right to carry that weight with you. If you got someone in your life and you're talking about them and they can't help you carry that weight, then why do you even tell them about it? Because they're just going to tell you all the negative issues. Oh, well, you should have left her a long time ago. I knew she was going to do that. She was that kind of person when she was dating so-and-so. I would have told you back then, but why didn't you? You need to make sure you know who you're telling your stories, man. And who you share your burdens with. And it's not about shutting people out. Like, I'm not saying keep your best friend, keep them away, don't tell them, and that you should, not talk about or shut every person out of your life. But the people you tell, be selective on who you tell. Truly knowing, I don't know if anyone has like a friend that you can really like tell like your deepest, darkest secrets, right? Could you tell them, and then if you got into an argument with that best friend, will he expose that and tell those deepest, darkest secrets because now you're on the fence with him because you didn't agree with something he said or something you said to him he didn't agree with, and you had an outing with that friend, and all of a sudden said, all right, I got you, man, I got you, mofo, I got you, and then that friend uses that thing that you told him as ammunition to fire back at you because of the way you talked to him or said something to him. See, is that friend worthy of someone that, even if you had an outing, is that person going to say something back that's going to expose you? Do you have a friend that even if you go through something like that, are they still going to hold your deepest, darkest secrets? See, hard to find friends like that in every fight, every battle you go through, they're going to have your back. That they're with you every fight, every step of the way. He's not that type of person. He never did that. What are you talking about? Do you have friends like that? Or you got friends that, you know what? That's your fight, bro. I told you. Nah, don't even involve me. And then they back away. You'll find out who your true friends are when you get into a fight, a real fight in life. When things are going hard for you, you say, hey, you lost your job. You're about to lose your house in foreclosure. You got no job. You got nowhere to stay. Your family's out on the street. You go knocking on your friends. Oh, I ain't got no room here, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm struggling myself. Dude, man, I thought you had me. Yeah, I'm your friend, but dog, I ain't even got no room, man. I can't even. Sometimes, true friends, hard to find real true friends, man. The real OG friends. You'll find out who's your true friends, guys. You'll find out your real OGs when you get into some kind of issue. You'll see your friends start falling off real quick. Even some of your friends will start judging you. They don't want to carry that weight. They don't want to be involved. They don't want to be in that light. But when you got money, you got a car, they want to be all around you. But as soon as you lose that, you'll find out how many friends you got when you had that money, where they at now. When you broke as hell, ain't got nothing, you can't share that lavish lifestyle with them. He broke now. Damn, can't ride around that Lamborghini. Well, I'm out, man. Yo, dog. What happened to that Lamborghini, bro? I thought we were going out. Yo, we just oh, man, shit. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later then, man. Good luck. Nah, they out find another sucker they can suck up to as a friend. They leave you just hanging. They don't care. You'll find out who your true friends are, and if true friends, can you trust them? And put them in your corner. True friends are the ones that offer support, real support, not just empty sympathy or solicited advice. When you keep your struggles private, you keep and maintain control over your narrative. You do not give up. You do not give people the power to turn your hardship into a story. Because that's what it seems like. People will like to take other people's stuff, write a story about it. Write their own story. He's going through. Let's see what we can put out there. He done told all of this. Let's write a book and put everything out there. So you got to protect, your story, because other people will take it and use it for their entertainment. Protect yourself from the scrutiny that comes from others that feel entitled for your pain. More importantly, to give yourself the space to heal, to process, to grow, without the noise of outside opinions clouding your judgment. So you get to sit with your struggle and face it and understand it, and face it under your own terms. Now, there's nothing wrong with reaching out for help when you need it. In fact, you can't carry everything on your own. But there's a difference between seeking support and broadcasting your struggles with the world. Now, everyone listens to what you have to say. They don't listen. They do whatever they're going to do. They're not listening to what you're going through. And some are there just for the drama. You know, when I was going through stuff on the other channel, you should see how so many people just embarked on that journey. How many people got clouded minds? Even certain subscribers got involved in it as well. It was easy how you could start off a channel and how easily other people in your chats are manipulated over to believe in something that somebody else is posting up. And it's true. Social media love drama. So you got to be very careful about that. Because a lot of people easy to be a sucker and be sucked right in to someone else's context because of somebody else in the chat causing up drama. And you can see easily how the chat goes from just a couple of people to a few hundred up in here talking about drama and spamming through. When you expose yourself talking about too much, you become vulnerable to people who truly do not care about your well-being. You end up more isolated because their responses are not what you need. And it's true. You get a lot of people that just come in and you'll feel under attack, threatened, and especially if you're one of those new YouTubers that don't know, you're like, man, well, why are you saying that? You don't even know me and a lot of people will shut down their channel, get off. At one point, I myself, when I was going through different things on my channel with a bunch of people that just didn't like me, had me close my channel. I closed because I didn't want to hear them. And some of my subscribers were falling victims in there, themselves falling victims in there and believing, because they were getting manipulated by the voices in the chat, right? Falling victim to them, and I haven't even done anything wrong. Here I am like, what the hell's going on in this chat? What are you? And I was falling victim myself, believing in what these people are posting. I was like, what the hell, Wade? And, so easy, guys. So easy. Even and more easy as a new YouTuber, like somebody new to YouTubing. You easily fall victim to these things. Because, the responses that you're getting are not what you expected. Instead of offering support, they offer you pity or worse, judgment, and that's not what you need when you're going through a tough time. So be selective, guys. Be selective. Choose wisely who you share your struggle with. Lean only on those people that have proven that they are in your corner for the long haul. The ones who will stand with you through the highs and the lows. Those are people that will offer you the real meaningful support. The kind that lifts you up, not tearing you down. They won't judge you for the struggle that you're going through. They won't use it for them. They won't use it for them as ammunition against you to fire back. And they will help you carry the weight. And it will remind you of your strength when you might have even forgotten your own strength. See, sometimes when you're down and out, your mind is focused on other things. You forget on what made you. And you forget where you came from. And you forget about yourself, And at the end of the day, your struggles are your own, All of our struggles. Everyone's going to have a different struggle. What's up, Vibrava? Exactly. You do. With that said, if you had 5 investors, right? 5 investors, successful investors. And just say, if you were the 6th one, you added yourself to those 5, you will be the next investor, successful investor. That's why millionaires hang around with millionaires. Successful people hang around with other successful people. And that's why you gotta choose wisely who you surround yourself with. Very right. You're very right about that, Vibrator. That's why in my life, I'm on this channel for my investing journey, teaching people that are open-minded about other ways to invest and make money in this space that I'm in, and how to enjoy the hobby as well. Right? Because I'm in multiple things. But I have limited friends that I surround myself with, guys. Limited friends. Limited friends. And I can count them on one hand. But I don't have one friend that I will trust with telling anything outside of my wife. I don't have them. I won't give that power to someone that I'm saying is a friend. I will not give the power. That power is too much power for someone to know, and that could harm me, right? So I'm not giving one person that ammunition, and my wife has that power. All right? So I'm not going to transfer power to someone outside of my wife. All right? So if my wife was set to destroy me, she has the power, right? I'm not giving that power to someone else. I don't have a friend that I will trust financially with my finances, with public knowledge, that if I wanted to make that known to someone that I say trusted, the wife is the only one. All right? And then I would be subjective on my kids, right? But no, I'm not giving that power to somebody. Too much power for someone that could backfire on me in case of something that may go down, right? They had that power to say, all right, well, you know what? F this guy. I'm taking him down. Boom. All of a sudden, you get into an explosive conversation with your friend, and you're no longer friends. And all of a sudden, he starts blowing all his smoke, right? So, no. I'm not doing it. If you want to do it, you can do it, but I'm not doing it. Only if I trusted that person with my life will I do it. And the only one I trust with that power is my wife and no one else. All right? So, trying to figure out where I'm at. So yeah, your journey is your journey. Your struggle is part of your journey. And it doesn't need the whole world to know the story, right? You don't need to share that with the world at large. And instead of giving everyone a front row seat to your battle, take a step back, protect your peace, protect your mental and emotional space. Share your burdens only with those that have earned it. If you have someone that is your friend for X amount of years and you trust them with information, then you can be my guest. If you feel that comfortable with that person, then you can talk to him about whatever you're going to talk to, or give certain information to them. You know, if you think that they can be trusted, right? Only at that time, if you think they can be trusted, then do that. But otherwise, don't do it. The right, and earn the right to walk alongside with you. Because not a lot of people if you look at Martin Luther King, right? Martin Luther King Jr. Look at all the people that walk with him. And the people that believed in that march when he walked down that and he got beaten, got beaten with bats and everything. Martin Luther King, right? Talking about Martin Luther King, a black leader for black rights and stuff like that. Went to jail, got beaten, nonviolence, right? Look how many people marched with him, right? And how many people stood the ground, right? If you had people that are going to stand, have your corner like that, yeah, if you got people that you trust, like Martin Luther King had people that trusted him and would take bullets for him and would march like him, right, in your corner, then only then you're going to relieve some information, right? You ain't got people like that in your life, so people are so twisted these days, it's hard to find those, like real friends, man. Hard to have a friend, especially is gonna go down the road with you, take a ride with you. Very hard. But don't feel obligated to let everyone in, because not everyone deserves that access to your life. Remember, privacy is power. See? When you got things in private, people know you got, they don't know you got things because they're private, right? You got things you're working on, things you're doing. You hold power. But once you expose it, there's access. There's a portal that opens up for people to access it. And when you got power, there's strength. And strength in knowing, and you know when to speak and when to stay silent. And there's wisdom in understanding that not every part of your life needs to be open to public consumption. Your struggles are part of what makes you whom you are, but they are not the definition of who you are. Your struggles should not define you for the person that you are. They should not make you a less or better person. But you gotta, as you navigate through the tough times, your circle should be tight and protect that part of your journey that is still unfolding. The world doesn't need to know your every battle. They don't need to see every tear or hardship. What the world will see is in time is your resilience. That, as you're going through, people will see things like going through your chat. People know stuff. They'll see things in your chat. People who've been with you long enough, they've seen where they'll see you even as you go through stuff, how you transition out of that. So people are going to see. So the world will see, even though they may not see your tears or your hardship. The world will see what the world will see, and what the people will see, is your resilience of how you held up against when those times were there. It was evidence at the times you were going through some rough patches, but you didn't bring it to existence, like talk about it and say, hey, I'm going through some things. But people can identify that and know you're going through some stuff just by being like in the chat. They know you're going through some stuff, right? Yeah. You can identify stuff like that and they'll know, but then, they can see your resilience. They will see the strength that you built in the quiet moments, the strength that you cultivated when no one was watching. And when you emerge on the other side of your struggle, you'll be more stronger, more determined than ever. And that's when you can share the lessons you learn. Like I'm sharing lessons in my life, right, on this channel. like I said, this legacy that I put is for my kids. When I pass away, I'm gone. I left the things that I enjoyed in my life, the legacy that I built with doing the things that I enjoyed on the channel, the people that I touched, people that I might have motivated. If I motivated anybody, they can see me in when I was in the lowest lows and in the highest highs. They can see me when the channel started, what I went through, and what it grown to be. See? So people see both sides, the ups and they see downs. They see the transformation and then the reality of the formation that I made after the transformation was made, right? What it transformed to be. The total outcome. You can see that the lessons you learned, not the pain you endured, but because the story was of survival, is mine to tell. That I persevered, right? I can tell the story of how I persevered, right? It's my story. Not anybody else can tell that story. That does not have to be written in the middle of my battle. I don't have to write it in the middle of the battle. But after I come out on the other side, guys. So, this is one of the shorter videos, about an hour, right? We got through all of that. Our personal struggles. And I know, a lot of thing on YouTube is more about a lot of YouTubers, and especially Leonhardt, a mental awareness. And that's why I tell you guys, I don't mind, like, even with a car. I can get in a car and drive down the road and go to my local card shop. I tell you, I prefer to walk because I have those long talks with myself. And I think about the visions I have, the dreams that I'm fulfilling, and I think a lot. I think it's when I'm alone is when my best when I think the best, about what I'm going to do and how I'm going to go about it. It's when I'm alone and I have that time that I devoted to myself, that I'm on these walks with myself. I'm on a walk, right? But I may be going down to the storage unit or I'm walking to the card shop. It's on these walks, on this little journey to these destinations is the process, right? That I have with myself, that I navigate through things and talk how I'm going to execute. And it's not that I expose or talk about it here, right? I'm keeping that to myself. And I'm thinking about how I'm going to go and how I'm going to do things, right? So, and that's what's best for, and you're keeping your best interests at heart, not exposing everything on social media is, and even if things like transpire in the chat, it's a struggle, right? So you're like, well, how am I going to navigate, mediate how to lessen the amount of that going on in the chat. So, you know, it all accords to the individual and how you're executing stuff. And you never want to open up doorways to certain informations, right, in your that shouldn't even be public on social media, right, that you shouldn't be sharing. And that's the most important thing about these topics is a lot of topics that do come across in other people's channels, right, that shouldn't be talked about, that you could see how things are rolling over on that channel, and you're like, wow, you know, this guy's doing all this kind of stuff, talking about this. No wonder why this is going on, right? So that's something that you got to figure out and wonder why, right? But I put these motivational speeches together to educate and inform future and current content creators that you can look on and hopefully learn a thing or two from. So there will be more parts to the video. I'll try to do them on my Sunday and Monday. There is another part here. Just trying to go through some chapters to see where we're at. Yeah, there's going to be at least two or three more chapters, guys. At least 2 or 3 more chapters in my motivational speech. Hopefully, these conversations that we have, these, you know, they help you guys. And this is for you guys, self-edification. So you guys don't have to go through stuff that I might have went through. Hope it educates you guys to be better, to do better, to want to do better. And, you know, just for basically for educational purpose for you guys. All right? And for motivation and inspiration. All right? With that said, guys, we've been on here about an hour. Hopefully you guys learned something. Make sure you check out the other motivational speech, number 1, so you don't miss out on these multiple part series that I put out. And, you know, I like doing these kind of like videos because it speaks about my life, you know, things that I've been through. I like to just, you know, go over, and hopefully I'm educating people. All right. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great rest of the day. Great weekend. I'm back here with another awesome video as always, guys. Remember to get out there, catch them all. Have a ball. I'll see all of y'all in my next video. Do it with me now. Peace. A whole lot of love for you and a high five. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. And most of all, share out this video on all your social medias. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Deuces.